What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Seven Figure Flipping Podcast. This is Bill Allen. I know it's been a minute since I've been on the show, but today is me giving a monologue and talking. I really enjoyed doing this podcast here. It's about freedom and money, like two of my favorite things: freedom, money, and then I even threw in options in there. You need to have options. And so talked about raising money from other people. So other people's money, so important when it comes to your real estate deals and scaling your business. You have to have access to other people's money. Then you make more money, you have options, you have freedom. So talk about my time in the military, some of the things that I've done in the past, really enjoyed today. And then I talked about a masterclass that I'm doing on July 8th. 2-hour masterclass. It's about raising capital. I'm going to teach you the ins and outs and everything that I know about raising money so that you can go out there and raise a ton of money for your business. The link is in the description. I talk about it in the show. The show notes has it. It's in the email. It's on our social medias. If you need it, just reach out to me and we'll get you a link to that. Totally free, 100% free masterclass, July 8th, all about raising money. I'm really excited about it. I spent the last 3 months building this presentation for you, and it's perfect timing around 4th of July. Have a great 4th, and here's the show. What's up, everyone? I am excited to talk to you today. I think I've done a podcast episode every Independence Day for the last probably 7 years, maybe longer. And this one is probably the most important one to me every single year. The freedom concept of 4th of July and Independence Day is pretty powerful for me. I'm a retired Navy pilot. I spent 20 years in the military, and freedom is not a word that I take easily. It's something that means a lot to me. And honestly, I think all entrepreneurs, whether you served in the military, firefighters, police officers, nurses, doctors, whatever you have done in your life, you're in this ultimate search for freedom. I feel like everybody is. Nobody wants to be controlled. Nobody wants to be told what to do. No one wants any of those things. I think freedom is the one word that boils down everything for us as a human race, human beings. They just want to be free. They want to have choice. We want to have options, right? And so I think that's what this show is going to be about. And there's something that really helps us find those options, and that's something called money. So I think freedom and money go pretty well together, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I haven't been on the show in a while, I don't think. My name's Bill Allen. If we haven't met or you haven't heard my voice in a while, I'm back for the show today. Excited to be here with you guys. And I want to give you a little bit of background on my military time, some of what freedom means to me, before we get going into some of the meat of what I'm going to talk about today, which is raising capital and money and things like that for your real estate business. I have a lot of tips that I'm going to share today. But I spent 20 years in the Navy. I got commissioned in 2003. I went to grad school, got a master's in aeronautical engineering, and then I went to flight school down in Pensacola. And I was in flight school for 9 months. I had ultimate freedom. I would check in every morning at flight school. It was so busy with new pilots getting trained down there in Pensacola that they didn't have room for us at school. So we would check in the morning. I bought a boat. Right when I got there, I bought a fishing boat, and we would check in at 7 a.m. And then I would ask if anybody wants to come fishing with me for the day, and people would raise their hands and say, I want to go. And I'd grab 3 people and we would go fishing every single day. So I'd drive my boat and I'd park it at the marina that was right there on the base. I'd drive my truck to check in. I'd say, I'm still alive. And they'd check my name off, and then I would go out fishing for the day. I did that for 9 months, fishing and scuba diving every single day for 9 months. That was true freedom. Getting paid as an O1, as an officer in the Navy. Your tax dollars was paying for me to go fishing for 9 months. And then I had to go to flight school and really start working. And, I went to flight school in Pensacola. Then I moved to Corpus Christi, Texas. 9 months later, I flew the T-34 there in Corpus Christi. I lived there for 9 months. Then I moved back to Pensacola. In Pensacola, I went to helicopter school. I was there for about a year. And then I moved to San Diego. I was in San Diego for 4 years. And inside of those 4 years, I deployed. So I was either living at my house or I was living on a ship in the middle of the Persian Gulf, or a tent in the middle of Kuwait and Iraq flying medevacs. And so it was just bouncing around all over these deployments. And then, I'd have to ask permission to go on vacation. So if I wanted to take leave or go on a trip or go to my cousin's wedding or, a family reunion, I would have to submit paperwork to ask for time off, and it could get denied. In fact, it did get denied quite a few times when I was doing workups for deployments, or we had trainings or things and I just couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. And then from San Diego, I moved back to Pensacola. I was a flight instructor for the next 2 years in Pensacola in the T-34 Charlie. Flew a lot, teaching students how to fly. And then I went to test pilot school. I actually moved out to Maryland for a couple weeks just to get set up in Maryland. I had to do some flying there. And then I moved to England for a year, went to test pilot school for a year. And then I moved back to Maryland, lived in Patuxent River for the next 2 years. In the middle of that tour, I did 3 months in San Diego, 3 or 4 months in San Diego. Then so Maryland, then over to San Diego for 4 months, then back to Maryland for the next year and a half, 2 years. Then I moved back to Pensacola. I did 2 years of a tour there. And then I went into the reserves and moved to Nashville. So I moved about 18 times in 20 years. And again, there wasn't a lot of freedom that I had to kind of pick where I was going to go, or I could put my choices in. I got choices of my duty station. I wanted to fly, where I wanted to be, those kind of things. However, it wasn't really my choice, right? They could just tell me what they wanted. Like I wanted to fly F-18s and they told me that they wanted me to fly helicopters. And so I pouted for a few months and then I sucked it up and flew helicopters. I loved it. I wouldn't change anything in my military career. I was out there, a lot of times we didn't know what we were doing or if what we did mattered to the big picture thing. But when I look back, it was a true honor to spend time in the military and all the lessons that I learned, the leadership. And I really believe that what I did mattered. The people that I trained, I trained thousands of flight students to fly airplanes for years. I was a flight instructor for 8 or 9 years. And those students are out there right now today, flying, leading, training, fighting for freedom. And putting a mark on them, giving them some advice, giving them some wisdom, just teaching them one little thing. I think they're carrying it along with them. So that impact and ripple effect goes huge. The same thing here at Seven Figure Flipping and inside of our real estate coaching company. And what we do is we're teaching entrepreneurs, you don't have to serve in the military to come into our program, right? But I'm teaching the same thing. So is my staff and my team and Adam and everybody that's on board. We're trying to teach you how to do something new so that you can get to the next level and achieve all the goals that you have. And I think your ultimate goal is freedom, whether you know it or not. It might be, I want to do my first deal, or I want to do my next deal, or I want to make a little bit of money. It's all just a stepping stone towards freedom. And so my definition of freedom is that I get to do what I want, when I want, with who I want. And I choose. It's my choice. Nobody else is going to tell me what to do, tell me what I have to do. I can come into the office when I want to. I can take a day off when I want to. I can go on a cruise next week if I want to for my cousin's wedding. I don't have to submit a leave chit next week to go on a cruise, on a Royal Caribbean cruise to watch my cousin get married. Nobody can tell me I can't go. I'm going. And so that's why I own an airplane. I own an airplane so I can just get in and go. I don't have to wait. If your flight gets canceled on Southwest, I'm still going. There's not a lot that can stop me from traveling. So I've designed my life around choice. And a lot of that starts with money. So freedom, if you think about your definition of freedom, it's probably whatever you said when I said freedom in your head initially, it's probably something along the lines of what I just said. Do what you want with who you want, when you want, those kind of things. You have choice, right? You have ultimate choice of what you can do and what you want to do. And let's come to money next. So I think freedom and money go hand in hand. A lot of people are like, I don't care about money. I say that a lot myself, but money gives us the ultimate choice to do what we want, when we want, with who we want, right? And now worshiping money is very different than having some and being able to create it, right? To be able to multiply it, to be able to figure out how to come into it. Because that when you get money, so when somebody pays you to do something, when you make money, there's an exchange that happens. So inside that exchange, somebody is paying you with something that they value less than the thing that you're giving them. So the way this happens, if you exchange money or services or goods or whatever, so you have something that somebody values more than the thing that they're giving you. So when somebody pays me for something, let's say you join my 7-figure flipping program, you join our altitude program, you're running a business, you want to scale your business, you want to get to the next level, right? You will watch all the other people that are growing their business. They're having more success. They're doubling. Maybe they did 5 flips last year. They're doing 10 this year, or 15 or 20. They're systemizing their business. They're removing themselves. They're getting more freedom. All the things that we teach inside of our 7-figure altitude program. It's how to find more deals, how to raise money for your deals, and how to build systems and process so you don't have to be the one and the bottleneck and the one that's doing everything. How to hire, train, manage, offboard, onboard people, all that stuff, right? So when you join that program, it's $25,000 right now when you're listening to this, okay? The price could go up in the future whenever you listen to this, but you say, you know what? A $25,000 investment in myself, and I believe that this program and these people and this group and everything that they're doing could help me massively grow my business. I did $300,000 last year. I believe that in this group, I'm going to do $500,000 or $1 million, right? There has to be a multiple of that for you to say yes. And so what you have to understand is that when you exchange something, so we say, hey, we have the information, we're willing to give it to you. You value that information, that community, that connection, the events, everything that we do, the systems, the process, the everything that we have built into our program more than your $25,000, right? And that's what everybody does. When you buy something, you say, you know what? Okay, I got $5 here. I'm going to go buy an ice cream. I want this ice cream more than I want this $5. And so that's how money gets exchanged, right? So money is about, when you receive money, it's about providing value. Okay. So when I provide value to you, you are going to pay me for something you don't know, you can't figure out. I can solve a problem for you. People will pay to get their problem solved, right? And so you do that with sellers, you do it with money lenders, you do it with everybody, but you got to understand your level of value. Okay. Because that's how you understand how money flows. And then along with money comes freedom. Now, if you understand how that works and you understand your level of value and you understand that other people will pay you for your expertise and your skill set and your level of value, now you can bring that money in and actually feel free because you can create money when you need it. Okay. So I hope this is making sense for you. For me, freedom is about doing what I want with who I want when I want. But it's also about not ever feeling stuck, not ever feeling like I have to do something, like I can't figure out how to produce money or put food on my table, or like what I've learned over the last, I'd say 10 years plus as an entrepreneur is I can create value for other people. And when I create value for other people, they're willing to pay for that. And that can produce food, shelter, water, like I can creatively solve problems and figure things out. And I don't ever feel like I'm stuck, like I don't know where my next paycheck's going to come from or where the next dollar is going to come from. So that's like big picture freedom for me. And those things have changed a lot. When I was in the military, I was like, man, like I have to ask permission to go on vacation. I have to wear a certain thing. I get told what to do. Don't mess up, stay in line. Like there was a lot of stress and pressure about just doing the right thing and walking the line. And when I left the military and came over to the world of entrepreneurship and business and real estate, what I realized is it pays to be creative. Like understanding creativity, understanding options. Like I think freedom is options. So now we have a couple words, right? Freedom, options, money. Like money gives us options, right? And so when I realized that I can create options for other people, for myself, for my family, for all of these things, then I can create freedom for myself. So what I want you to get from this kind of talk and the meandering that I'm doing right now is that if you don't feel comfortable creating value, creating money, producing that, finding freedom, then you're listening to this podcast, you're in our world at Seven Figure Flipping, you're probably pulled towards something like I have to find freedom. Like I want to be free. The first step is attending something that we're doing. It's jumping in. It's investing in yourself. It's believing in yourself, right? Because you probably believe that we can help you. You probably believe that the product is really good. You probably believe all the success stories that we have and all the other folks that have been on the show that are talking about how we help them. You got to believe in yourself. Like the first step of freedom is you believe in you, right? Because when other people believe in you more than you believe in you, you have a problem. You got to believe in yourself. So we believe in you. I know it doesn't matter what your background is, what your history is. You can do this business. You can make money. You can, with the right coach, with the right support system, with the right network, you can flip houses for sure. 100%. Anybody. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter if you have any money. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. So that's what freedom means. The first step, believe in yourself, jump in, attend something. I have a free event coming up where I'm teaching raising money. I'm teaching money raising. And so maybe your first decision to make is to just jump in and attend that. I mean, it's totally free. It's going to be like 2-hour masterclass, totally free. I'm going to teach you how to raise money. And you might be like, I don't need to learn how to raise money. I don't even have a deal. That's not true. Like, money is the number one thing. If you have money, you are unstoppable. Okay. If you have access to money, you don't even have to have your own money. You have access to other people's money. And it comes back to this level of value. What you need to do is you need to increase your skill set. You need to increase your skill set, increase your belief in yourself, increase your confidence, increase your leadership, increase your vision. And what that will do is other people will start seeing these new things that you're doing. They want to be a part of it, but they don't want to do the work. So when it comes to raising money, the best thing is you have to understand that you are the prize. You are the opportunity. Like, you're learning about real estate, you're underwriting deals, you're making offers, you're going to flip houses. People want to invest with you. They don't want to do the work. If you're listening to this, you want to be some active investor. You want to get involved in an active activity of flipping houses or wholesaling houses or buying rentals or doing apartments or whatever you want to do. But it all starts with money and having access to money. You don't have to have it in your bank account or in your pocket. You have to have access to it. And so how do we do that? There's a couple things I want to cover, just tactical things about raising money to give you a little taste of what I'm going to do on this masterclass. And every 4th of July, we do like a special. We do like a 4th of July freedom type thing. I've done lots of things in the past with, courses and flipping houses, videos and huge sales and things like that. For this, what I want to do is I want everyone with me on July 8th, because I am going to teach a 2-hour masterclass on raising money for free. You can share the link. You can tell everybody. The link will be in the description. It'll be in the email that you got. You can tell anybody to come, totally free. We've been charging for the challenge. We've been charging for a bunch of stuff, totally free. But I want you to show up. I want you to show up. I want you to set aside 2 hours. I want you to pay attention. Okay? Because what you learn on that masterclass can change your life forever if you let it. And so a couple tips, a couple things that you're going to see me talk about on there that I can give to you right now. Number one, I talked about it. You're the opportunity. Okay? You have to understand that you're not asking for a loan. So many of you are like, oh, hey, do you want to do a loan? Or you're begging people for money. You sound desperate. You cannot be desperate at all. You have to understand that people can smell desperation. Okay? You're not asking for a loan. You have an opportunity. It's an investment for somebody. They are going to make a return. They need you. You are the prize. Okay? You are the prize. That's number one. Number two is there's way more money out there than you think. Way more money out there than you think. There are IRAs that you can tap into, 401ks that you can tap into. There's cash in people's bank accounts. People have money in the money market account. People are pissed off at the stock market, pissed off at the government. They don't like cryptocurrency. It's just like all of these things, all of this uncertainty, everything that's going on, people have money and they want to figure out the best and most safe place to put it. And so if you figure out how you can provide value, they are going to invest in you. Okay? They're going to invest in you. You have to look at yourself like a stock. Is your stock going up or is it going down? Are you moving forward? Are you learning? Are you developing? Are you in a mastermind? Are you in a program? Are you getting to the next level? Are you stepping up your game? And people want to be a part of that. They want to be a part of growth because they know a growth stock is going to pay them dividends in the future. Okay? So it starts with you and then it's the deal. All right? But you have to be confident in your presentation, in how you talk to people, in the way you represent yourself, the way you tell stories, what you talk about that you're doing in real estate. And so that's really important. So number two is you have to understand that you're a stock and your stock should be going up. People need to see progress. They need to hear what you're doing. They need to get updates. Okay. That's number two. And then number three is you have to understand how to present this and talk to people. So you're not presenting like this, oh, hey, let me send you a sheet of exactly what I'm going to pay you, what kind of returns, those kind of things. You have to understand what people want. If you understand what an individual investor wants, you'll know how to craft the presentation for them specifically. It's like when you go into, I don't know, JCPenney is probably not the right, but I don't know, Sears, Walmart, who sells suits? I don't wear suits. Let's talk about an off-the-rack suit. You go into, I don't know, a department store, whatever department store still exists today, and you try on a suit that is like, okay, it's, a 42 long suit. You try it on. You're like, okay, this fits okay. And every single person has to wear that same suit. It's just like, it's not custom. It's not tailored. You might get it tailored, but it's just off the rack, right? That's like sending hey, I pay double-digit returns for real estate, like 12%. What do you think? Like, that's just telling everybody the same thing. Versus what I do, which is I'll build you a custom suit. Like, it's going to fit perfectly to you. We're gonna measure everything. It's gonna be an experience. You're gonna come into my shop. I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions. We're gonna measure you. We're gonna give you some snacks and some water, and then you're gonna come out with a custom suit that fits perfectly for you. And that's what I'm gonna show you how to do. How do you design a custom suit for your investor? How do you design the custom opportunity for your investor to invest with you that they feel like every single thing of what they want is taken care of? Whether it's a tax benefit, whether it's the perfect rate of return, whether it's the timeline, it's the structure, it's what you say and how you say it. How do we design custom suits for our investors so they love working with us and they never go to another shop again? My investors are not out looking to invest with you guys. I put them in a custom suit. It fits perfectly. If they go anywhere else, they're buying off the rack. And so that's what I'm getting at when it comes to this. So hopefully my suit analogy hit you. I know for me, it's like my investors, when I finish talking to them, they're like, wow, I feel like you took care of everything. You asked me everything that I needed, that I was concerned about. You overcame all my objections. I feel really comfortable working with you. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that on this masterclass. So there's 3 like really big myths that hold people back when it comes to raising money, I believe. Number 1 is I don't have any experience. Number 2 is I don't know anyone with money. And number 3 is I don't want to sound desperate or like I'm begging for money. So I'm going to overcome all of those on this masterclass on July 8th. I would really encourage you to be there. And I think it's the first step towards your freedom. I think if you really want to be free, real estate is the path for it, for sure. It's proven. It's modeled, it's documented. If you look at the billionaires and 100 millionaires out there, they all own real estate in their portfolio, and a lot of it. Pretty much everyone that has made a bunch of money and has, just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean you have freedom, right? You could be stuck, but those people have options. They can be free if they want. And I think a lot of us, that's what we want. We want to be free. The first step is investing in yourself. And what I'm asking for right now is 2 hours of your time on July 8th. Set it aside, block it off. The time is in the description. It's in the email. The link's right there. Sign up and then attend. Like really attend. Have your notebook ready, take notes, and stay with me. Because I think that this 2-hour masterclass will be the start of something really big for you. And if you're not doing deals right now, if you've never done a deal, those kind of things, it's going to be valuable for you. But if you have done one deal or more, or you're consistently doing deals, you're a big player, this is the place for you, 100%. I'm going to tell you right now, like that masterclass can change everything for you if you let it. So give me 2 hours on July 8th and I'll change your framework and mindset on raising capital and how to scale your business using other people's money. I'm excited for 4th of July. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. I'm not working on the 4th. I'm going to be pool partying. I'm cooking 5 racks of ribs, 3 tri-tips, and we're having a bunch of people in like 3 different houses on my street. Our kids are going to love it. It's going to be so much fun. Don't forget to have fun, because part of being free and having this freedom mindset is also taking a day off from time to time. So play all out on the 4th, and then on the 5th, I'll be at my farmer's market. So if you're in the Nashville, Spring Hill area, come see me at the farm. I love doing that. And then soccer game that night. I'm excited about going to see Nashville. It's going to be an awesome week. I'll see you guys on July 8th. July 8th is going to be so great. So great. Really excited about that event. And I'm pumped to spend my July 8th with you for a couple hours teaching you something. So really enjoy doing this podcast. I love talking to you. If you like this, share it on your social media, share the podcast. Hit share, take a screenshot, tell me what you loved about it, respond to the email, sign up for the masterclass, and tell 100 people about what we're doing on July 8th, because I would love to see you, your friends there, bless somebody else with this freedom concept in this event. So have a great day. Love doing the show, and I'll see you guys soon.